will our country be governed by the people, or will it be governed by the corrupt political class? The political and media elite have no idea what it's like to be living on a paycheck to paycheck basis.
My man promises to modernize the city, put in more street lights, drain the swamps.
Drain the swamps?
That and more.
Well, maybe I have been a little hasty.
Well, President-elect Donald Trump already making plans to deliver on one of his campaign promises. Listen.
We're going to Washington, D.C. to drain the swamp.
But, darling, look at his platform. Drain the swamps. Drain our lovely swamps. The man's an extremist.
Querida mia, our swamps are safe. Don't you realize politicians always make extravagant promises? Fortunately, I can see through their little games.
Darling, you're so clever. Don't you want to save our lovely swamps?
Oh, that is a good cause.
Good evening, America. I'm Donald Trump Jr. We're here tonight to talk about the great American story, to talk about this country we all love, this land of promise and opportunity, of heroes and greatness. Biden has promised to take that money back out of your pocket and keep it in the swamp. That makes sense, though, considering Joe Biden is basically the Loch Ness Monster of the swamp.
What's the key to every successful political campaign?
Money?
Exactly.
And the bogs and marshes, I'm going to make them even boggier.
Capital.
Drain the swamp. I had no idea the swamp was like this. I figured the swamp was, just sort of a mess and some people, but I had no idea they were this deep and this bad. And there's still plenty of others in there.
Right.
But we are draining the swamp like nobody's ever drained the swamp. And I'm going to put it down. And when it's all over, when I someday leave office, and hopefully we have another 4.5 years.
As to the matter of swamps.
Darling, the less said about that, the better.
Very clever, querida. Very clever. I thank you.
Well,
I know what you're going to say. After such an enlightening and courageous speech, I shouldn't thank them. They should thank me. I agree completely.
Were I a Jew, I would be a Zionist. And my father pointed out to me, I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist. For I am. Israel is essential to the security of Jews worldwide.
Israel and the U.S. have very strong ties. So strong that the U.S. is willing to take on the whole world for Israel.
That America and Israel are forever united.
This was reinforced when Donald Trump moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, despite only a handful of countries backing it. But was there more to the move?
Moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem was a primary goal, not just of Donald Trump, but of right-wing pro-Israel leaders like Sheldon Adelson, major donors to Trump, but also of evangelical Christians.
6,000, as of today, 923. Not roughly 6,900, 923. Because every one of these fallen angels left behind a family, left behind a community. There's an empty seat at that table now.
USA! 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 USA!
Drain the swamps.
Drain the swamps?
That and more.
Well, maybe I have been a little hasty. Do you have a picture of your man?
Do I have a picture of mine? There he is, the voice of progress.
That's Sam L. Hilliard. Why, he's an old friend. I hope the L stands for Lucifer.
It does, it does.
This is the world you are graduating into. This is what I want to talk about today with you for a few minutes.
The Indonesian man, right? That's what I'm saying. He's not black, all right? He grew up in a white household, according to the official story, met his real black father for about 5 minutes his entire life. But the true story is he grew up in Indonesia. So come on, use your brain. I've been to Indonesia. This is an Indonesian person. All right, that's what it is. It's an Indonesian person, a tall Indonesian. And this one, we already know about this one, Keisha Lance Bottoms. Now, if you think carefully, this makes a complete sentence. And remember, they use the plural pronoun they to talk about one person. So, they Lance Bottoms. All right, that's a complete sentence. Lance is a verb, subject, verb, object. Keisha Lance's Bottoms. All right, so Mr. Bottoms is a top with the sun disk around the head. Atlanta mayor. All right, so mayors, governors, senators, whatever. All these people, they're all a bunch of androgynes. They really don't do anything. In fact, these people are non-essential, right? These are the most non-essential people in the world. They don't work. They don't have a job. They don't do anything. All they do is cross-dress and dance around in the mass media. They're like full-time transvestites. And Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, again, not black, pretending to be black. This one's obvious as well, right? I just don't have time to waste on these people. The one eye in the mirror. We've seen that before, right? That's the hexagram and the finger pointing down, right? That is actually one of the most satanic photos I've ever seen. As above, so below, right? Androgynous demigods strike again.
Simply put, this country and this world benefit from your commitment to Jesuit principles, to being men.
As a graduate of another great Jesuit institution, Xavier University, I have great affection for the value and purpose of a Jesuit education.
Flamma seius, Lucifer matutinus inveniat. Ive inquam Lucifer qui nescito casus.
The times are too serious, the stakes are too high. People will not be hoodwinked. You will not be bamboozled.
This is very disturbing. And we're just kind of wondering, why isn't the FBI looking into this? Why isn't the Department of Justice looking into this? Look where he's got his hands here. He's basically feeling her up right there. How old is this kid? This is very inappropriate. Oh, here's some more grooming for you. Grabbing her by the shoulders, whispering sweet nothings into her ear. Here he's kissing some kid on the mouth. I mean, what is this? And here, this is probably the most damning picture that's out there. Joe Biden was a little bit younger. Just, what is he staring at here? This is very disturbing footage. A very disturbing individual.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. The teeth.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
By 9:23, the water of life shall proceed forth from the throne of the Lamb, and the day of the Lord shall be a...
Pilot, we're ready to take off right now. Right away, sir. Can we get a blanket for Patricia? Here. Where? Over there.
Time's up.
They're doing their Bennu bird rituals and their solar rituals and their lunar rituals, marrying of heaven and earth. The point that we're making in this video, of course, is the parallel reality that exists that we've uncovered during these end times through the waking up process, revealing the occulted, hidden world of Lucifer and his minions and disguised rituals of the pseudo-Christian, the fake Christian churches enacting these rituals in front of everybody as Christian rituals of some sort, but they're actually Roman pagan rituals that are designed to bring in the establishment of the Antichrist and the beast system that we've been talking about. And we're going to continue to follow this topic, of course. It just seems that we get so much on our plate every day that we could just continue to add video after video on these topics as new, crazier things are revealed.
What a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.
You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.